Gentlemen, we can rebuild him. We have the technology.
It's all in the wrist. Double sixes. Fancy that?
Just the wrist, just all in the wrist, buddy. That one.
Groovy.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, adventurers and legends, the stream is about to begin, and ELFSAR's wrist is ready.
Hail there, Commanders. Welcome to the stream. Hello. Today we're going to be doing something quite deliberate. This isn't just going to be fan art. This is going to be Act 1 of a trilogy. That's right. I'm going to set this up as kind of like an art trilogy, so to speak. We're going to be drawing today Commander Shepard. I'm going to be doing the male version. No helmet. It's going to be kind of like the default, I believe, like the Mass Effect 3 armor. And we're going to do it close up. It's going to be a close-up portrait. It's going to be personal. And most importantly, it's going to be human. All right? Before the galaxy burns, the war will escalate, right? And before that, there is resolve. So that's kind of the theme of tonight. It's going to be resolve. Hello and welcome to the stream. Today is kind of like about structure. It's about likeness. It's about expression. And I really want to capture maybe some of the weight in the eyes. The thing is, if we fail here, the rest doesn't matter, right? So this is a very important step. And we want to build this properly. Hail there. Welcome to the stream. I realize I have no music playing. I am so sorry. I forgot to hit play. That's okay. That's all right. Welcome. Hello. Hopefully you guys are Mass Effect fans. If you're not, if you've never heard of Mass Effect, it's a well-acclaimed trilogy. Arguably one of the best trilogies out there in gaming. And it is, some of you have seen playthroughs of it or played it yourself, which is fantastic. Let me get into our art scene here, because this is not good. I need I also want to have some music. We need to have some music here. Excuse me. Also, if we could just test the audio levels, make sure that it is okay. Then we I want it quite quiet, just because the stream today we're we're concentrating on the trilogy. Absolutely, we're not including Andromeda in this. That's a different storyline in a way, a different character, right? So today we're focusing on Commander Shepard. I'm not hearing any music. That's because it's not playing. Sorry about that. Okay, hello. No, not close up the nose. We're not going that close. We're not getting that intimate with Commander Shepard today. But thank you for asking. I'm going to let me see. I've got to get this off because we're getting the wrist is ready to come out and play, so to speak. Okay. Ooh, awesome. Yes, definitely tell me what your favorite parts about Mass Effect is. Yeah, they try to make a 70s, 80s style space opera setting. Okay, cool. Okay, it's interesting. Interesting. Film grain is a bug. Or was it on purpose? Lots of lens flares, right? Oh my gosh. Okay, Commander Shepard. We're going to get in here. Let me get to my overview here. Okay. So, I happen to have it on the Mass Effect trilogy here. Sound check is good? Beautiful. Yay, thank you. From BioWare. BioWare is a company that is kind of from my hometown, Edmonton, Alberta. So what it was they had a little base office there. I've been inside it. I believe I even went for an interview there when I was just graduating out of university. Mass Effect had not even come out yet. I was almost working for that company, but I ended up going to a different company instead. So it was I was almost involved in Mass Effect more than you know. Anyway, okay, so what we're doing is we're drawing today. We're going to get cracking in there. Today we're going to be focusing on pencils. However, I might move into ink as well, just because of the time frame of where we might do a mix thing. I need more time. I need the longest time for color. Pencils I tend to be quite quick on, so we might get into the inks today as well. So we'll see. All right, let's get in here. What do I have? I have basically a mechanical pencil, drafting pencil, white eraser, kneaded eraser. These are always fun. They're always fun to use. Absolutely. The film grade of the first game was intentional. All right. Okay. You're watching Space 1999? Oh, beautiful. Old Buck Rogers, man. My gosh. I remember that show. I'm old enough too. Oh my God. In the second game, they made it an optional. Okay, you can switch it on and off. I love, you know what? That should be for all games. Really, giving players options is, the more options you have, the better. In my opinion. Some people like motion blur, some people don't like motion blur, right? That kind of thing. Okay, we got that all set. So let's get in here. This is always the scariest part, is basically starting a drawing for me. Okay, get warm up my hands here. Okay, so what we're going to be doing is we're going to be this is a giveaway stream. I should actually mention that, right? Let me quickly just take you guys over to, because some of you guys may not be familiar. So what we're going to be doing is we're going to be listening to some Mass Effect music, but I also do have a wheel here. This drawing is a giveaway. It's our 207th giveaway. 207. Anyway, I thought it would be funny. It's not as funny as I thought. Anyway, so what it is that we're going to be finishing this drawing. Once this drawing is complete, everybody who enters to win the giveaway will be put on this wheel. We're going to spin that wheel until it gets down to one name, and that person walks away with the drawing completely free. It costs nothing to enter. All you have to put is !Shepard in the chat at any one of the streams. This is going to be a 3-parter, and you'll be entered to win on the wheel. If you'd like more entries, there are options, subbing to the channel and Patreon and all that kind of stuff grants you more entries, right? You have more chances to win. And that's why there's a bunch of names up there already they're automatically on into the wheel. These guys get a chance to win every time we do a giveaway. But if you're brand new to the channel, it doesn't matter what platform you're on. Twitch, Kick, DLive, YouTube, Rumble, you can enter to win. Yeah, that's basically my spiel. Basically, at the end of the drawing, when it's complete, that's when we do the giveaway. It's always a little bit of fun. We always tend to have a little bit of fun here. Let's get back to the drawing. Oh, man. Okay. And I got to get started here. So I'm going to get going. Close-up view. All right. Let's find out where kind of like our eyes are going to be. Generally, a lot of people like to start with the eyes, right? Kind of an important part of the drawing. Indeed. I don't even have the... Hey, somebody's joined the giveaway. Nice. Daddy G, hello. Hail, welcome. How are you? How was you guys this weekend? This next weekend we've got an hour change again, don't we? We fall back an hour, I believe. Yeah, we do. We do. It's funny. Sarah and I have been walking in the morning, and it was just getting light enough. Where I'm located is in Vancouver Island, Canada, so it's we're a little bit north on the globe, but it was just getting light enough to be like, okay, you don't need flashlights early morning, and now we're rolling back an hour, so we're gonna need flashlights again. Oh my. Yes, on the 8th. What's on the 8th? What is on the 8th? Oh wait, somebody's birthday's coming up, isn't it? For you Mass Effect fans, what was your favorite soundtrack? Was it the first game? Had a lot more synth sound from what I can tell. We're listening to the soundtrack right now, so we're going to be drawing this to the soundtrack of Mass Effect. Just going to rough in my pencils here. Is it not going? I guess I'm sorry, guys. My camera is not doing the right thing. It's not rotating. It's supposed to be. All right. Daylight saving time begins on the 8th. That's what you were talking about. Yes, that's because I was talking about it. Grr. But I do know you mentioned that your birthday is coming up in March. Backup at the end of March is turning 3 years old. Backup, my dog. Nice. Okay. Got that planned out. This is good. Just getting our... So, one of the things is I didn't want this to be kind of sterile key art. I've been, I'm looking at a bunch of reference right now. That is... some of the art that's made for the game, but we want to kind of humanize this. And I find that drawing portraits is actually a little bit more difficult than drawing full figures. Just because there's a lot more detail you have to put into it. especially, you know, when you get closer to the, you know, the face. You want to showcase emotions. And it's interesting. His armor's very intricate too. So I wanted it with the helmet off for sure. I want to show an expression on his face. The question is, what expression do I want to show? And that's, we could do a couple of different things. We could do something that's a little bit more stoic. Something that is you know, something I don't want to lean too much into like Renegade Paragon ish kind of things. I kind of want to make it so that he's I guess thinking, but also, you know, he's kind of a heroic figure, right? Commander Shepard. I think one thing we could do is raise an eyebrow, possibly. He's very ice blue eyes. I want to emphasize that too. There. That. Okay. That collar comes up. That. This one kind of dips down. Just getting my composition right. So also another thing that I wanted to do was I wanted to tilt the head just slightly so that it's asymmetrical. If they always to get this completely symmetrical, it'll look very robotic, very not full of life and stagnant. And we want to avoid that. We want to focus on the humanity of Shepard. I think that's the most important thing right now. And Daddy says, "Yep, my birthday's on the 21st. Woohoo! Nice." Nice. Okay. This is kind of a... Oh. Let's see, this is Commander Shepard here. Soundtrack's amazing, gotta say. Okay, roughly... thinking part, pretty much the iconic look for Shepard. He's got that part up in the upper temple, and he's got kind of a buzz cut, right? Some gruff. Okay. Let me see here. Yeah, when I was looking for reference for Commander Shepard, man, there's so much for the female Shepard. There is not a lot for the male version of Shepard. I find that that was kind of shocking to me. I guess there was a lot of players that preferred the female version. And then there's straps, I think. Straps here. Straps the armor in. Wow, okay. Here? There. I got him leaning over. We've got his face there. Now we're just gonna, we gotta really focus on getting these eyes done. Really, really hard part. Okay. Also, too, because we're doing this full color, there's a lot of work and a lot of stuff that will be done using color versus ink and graphite. And so I don't want to cover this completely in graphite and then we want to color it, right? At the same time, yeah, I've got to kind of figure out how I'm going to approach it. Let's see. Thick eyebrows, potentially. The eyes. So which ones I want? Okay, so let's see about adding kind of like a highlight on this side of the face, or just a light line, basically, and then the eyebrows. Some big decisions Shepard had to make, right? Everything had consequences. What I find quite awesome is that a lot of people have said that they played Mass Effect more than once because there's just there's A, different outcomes, and B, a very different experience when you play it one way versus another, right? Renegade versus Paragon. And I want to thank Stephanie Thompson for today's topic. She got to pick what we did next, and she wanted something from sci-fi. So Mass Effect was what I ended up picking for us today. This is my first time ever drawing Commander Shepard. Okay, his nose. We're not going up it. The nostrils there. Like I said, it's really important to try to nail kind of that delicate balance between likeness and at the same time it's got to be my style in a way. Let's see the lips. Yeah, close-up portraits definitely have a little bit more, I would argue, difficulty involved, just because there's the reason why we go close is so we can do a little bit more line weights and different things that are interesting. showing facial things. Right now, I'm just kind of making his expression kind of generic, but we're going to kind of tweak it, I think, as we go. Also, too, with his armor, I need to balance his, his armor geometry with the organic facial structure, right? So that is something I've got to be thinking about. I don't want to overemphasize the armor. It'll take away from the face, and vice versa, right? The focus should be on the eyes. Generally with portraits, right? So, okay. We'll play with some shadow there on the face. I've got to get his stubble down as well. Hey, Elizabeth. Good to see you. Chin. Jaw. Working our way back. Where's the... Can I figure out his facial hair roughly, and then we'll draw it all in. Nice. Okay. Cool. And it is, this drawing is going to be going over, it's March, right? So, all the giveaway names and stuff like that, everything's been reset. Everyone's got equal chance. So no one's been really eliminated off the wheel. We do that fresh every month. Okay. Cool. Commander Shepard. Got his ears. Shape of the ears are always important. Nice. I know it looks like bare bones right now. These things tend to always start out. I gotta make any changes, I gotta do them now. Right? Say hello to Sar for you? Yes, absolutely. She's not here right now, but she's I will definitely say hail to her. This is the first month that we've been able to spend a little bit more time together. It's been really wonderful, actually. The last 2 years have been kind of rough. But at the same time, it's giving us kind of a chance to kind of figure out our new flow, right? So I do apologize if I haven't been producing a lot of content this last month. It's been a lot of figuring stuff out. Once we get our good rhythm again and stuff like that, then I'm hoping to have also more of a schedule, right? So that you guys can easily predict when I'm going live and stuff like that too. But we're playing around with different stuff, so it's always interesting to me. All right, so there's a section here that has for the ability for the helmet to come out of, right? Basically, a slit in the upper collar. Yes. Oh, how are you doing? How are you doing? Was the weekend okay? I hope so. I hope so. I think that our weather's been kind of wild. It's confusing the heck out of the plants. There's already some flowers trying to bud. Kind of crazy when you think about it. If we get a cold spell, it'll kill all the flowers for sure. You bet Backup's happy that Sarah's at home? Yes, absolutely. He goes crazy every time she comes home. He's chilled out a lot too. In fact, I have everything. He has yet to really make an appearance here. He's sleeping upstairs. But if he comes in, I will turn the camera on him. He's definitely got his own mind now. Okay. Right on. Working this out. Like a cross-hatching can do for the armor here. Okay. Nice. Okay. Nice. Well, with the inking process, we're going to get kind of, an easier way to kind of define what's sticking out, what's not. We're going to do also some bits of shadow in the neck, and maybe even on the beard too. I think for his chin. Okay. Nice. All right. There's the nose. Does Shepard have any particular scars on his face? Oh, you had a blizzard-like weekend and snow again in the forecast for tomorrow. Oh boy. Yeah, East Coast is getting hit hard. We've had a really light winter this year on the West Coast. like unusually so. Last 5 years have all been big snow seasons, and then this year has been super light, which makes me think either it's still coming or we got away scot-free this year and we're gonna pay for it. Nice. All right, that works. Have his eyebrows kind of come in. What I need to do is I need to put definitely some worry lines on him. A lot of decisions. So he should have a kind of a worried brow, I think. Okay. Cool. Sometimes it's really nice to just chill out, listen to the music. Danny's joined the giveaway. Yay! Hello. I keep forgetting the cameras change. Okay. Question: how much stubble should we put on him? I mean, he was never really clean shaven, was he? Now there should be a line for the mouth. What I might do is I might just put it heavy and then we'll lighten it up. hard to imagine that Mass Effect, how old it is now. It still remains one of the BioWare's best works. Some heavy. Let's see. It's a lovely day, Elizabeth. Yay! Okay. I think we're going to go heavy with a shadow underneath the lip. Just to give it that difference. Yeah, I think so. So highlight on the bottom lip, shadow on the upper lip. I think our light source is going to be coming from here. So anything that turns in would be kind of almost in shadow. Into the nose. Nice. Okay. I'm thinking with the ears, I guess. The ears would be in shadow too. All right. And this would be in shadow. That? Maybe? Commander Shepard seems like a guy who would have a lot of bags under his eyes, I think. Stress. Can you imagine making decisions that have a weight on all of humanity? Don't envy that job. All right, so far so good. And some of this can be all done with color. Nice. Okay. Collar is there. I'll have the collar kind of blend in to the darkness here, I think. Because again, the shadow of the head is going to be on here. Once we start laying in our black objects here, it'll all start to make sense a bit. Make sure that he's got his N7 insignia. Padded armor. It's like Kevlar, right? Space Kevlar. Space Kevlar. All right. Getting that kind of low all laid out here for us. Hello again. Nice. Okay. And it's starting to scratch a bit. And then basically, it's almost like a piece that comes up and over. Nice. So there's going to be a shadow coming from this. And kind of coming up like that. Shadow coming down. This is going to be marked in shadow as well. We'll put some dust and scratches on the armor as well. Been around, scrapes, and Eyelashes as well. The Marty McFly index is 1996. $1996. Wouldn't it be 1985? You know what? I'm so happy that trilogy for Back to the Future did not use, you know, the trope of putting like present day. They specifically state like the year 1985, and it just puts it in that perfect time capsule that it never tries to be a film that's supposed to exist in modern day. And I think that was a brilliant decision on their part. It's one of the all-time great trilogies. All right, just working out the pencils here again. I do want to kind of give him a kind of a dimple highlighted by light, I think. The light coming around and highlighting gives them a lot of character. We're gonna have light coming from this side, but also light coming from that side, right? So edge, kind of almost edge key lighting here. I'll try and work it out here. Like that. And that side would be lighter. We can do with a color. Kind of would mean heavy shadows here. Under Haxton, are you a big Back to the Future fan or Mass Effect fan? Nice. Okay. It's doing it. It's doing it. Figure out with the light on everything here. So I can blend in a little bit. Our light source will be like right here on the forehead. Maybe coming down. And our inks are going to have to kind of make sense of everything. So maybe that's what I'll do is I'll use this time to kind of blot in some of the ink, like the absolute black tones, and that will help me make sense on how to go far with the pencils. I think that might be the best solution, to be honest. This is your map music in Mass Effect, right? When you're looking at the star map. Map menu music. Galaxy. Or solar system music. All right. Hey, Buckbeat. Hail there. Welcome. Right on. Make sure Shepard's eyes are captured. I'll put a shadow underneath the nose, I think. Commander Shepard. Buck, what do you got going on now? I know you've seen Scream 7. Saw your review on it. I guess what's your next film that you are either looking forward to or excited about? You hope all's well? Yeah. Pretty groovy. Okay, got his armor set here. Some highlights there as well. That's kind of the purpose of the pencils right now, is to kind of plot out how we're approaching this drawing, right? It pains me because it's like a lot of times what I want to do with this drawing is I want to throw in some color right away. I want to throw in some color on the background. So usually the way I work, I'm trying to isolate things now, and it's very difficult. Challenging is the word of the day. It's challenging to try to figure out, okay, well, let's just try to do this as a layer and a process. I generally don't. I use the pencils as a guide. I don't generally over pencil pieces. Yeah, a lot of times I want to let the color do the work, right? But what I can do is I can put on inks, and then I can take my eraser and take stuff away. And that's something that I need to practice a little bit more on too, is my inking. So that's kind of how we're going to approach this one. All right, so far so good. Make sure that part is in the right spot. Commander Shepard. Okay, so I think what I need to do is I need to lay in our black inks. let's at least start it, shall we? Okay. What I'm going to be using today is some Micron pens. I do like the micro lines. Microns are really, really good if you want to ink. Get a fine tip pen. They range from various different things. They also have a brush pen as well, which I generally like to start with. A nice kind of ink quality of line. So, moment of truth. Let's just lay in some. Some shadow there. If Marty McFly went back in time this year to make his parents meet, instead of 1955, the year he would go to would be 1996. Oh, you mean like, okay, so if they did a modern day Marty, that's what you're talking about. Gotcha. Okay. So in other words, if Marty McFly was, he's in high school, he's got to be relatively that age. When his parents got together would be 1996. That makes more sense. I really hope they don't remake Back to the Future. You know what I mean? Like, I really don't. I don't think that movie needs to be remade. It's such a classic. I don't think it. I really hope that doesn't happen. I mean, I guess everything will eventually be remade, right? I can even foresee, like, Star Wars, the original trilogy, even being remade at some point, right? I just like my sci-fi junk in general. Nice, man. Buck's like, of course I had to enter the giveaway. Yeah, Buck, I know you're a fan of Mass Effect. Big fan. All right. Okay, so far so good. Again, we just want to lay in. We're not going to be doing a lot of the major inking process. We're just laying in our Black lines. Wherever it's heaviest. Just kind of separate. Really helps helps the eye determine the between shapes. Picking up the separation there. What else? Big shadow from the armor. Shadows are very powerful. They can basically, you know, make things feel layered. And of course, your lighting direction definitely affects your emotional tone. Not that we're really going to be putting in a lot of Paragon versus Renegade visual cues in this. I know there's like some markings on the faces, stuff like that you can do for one way or the other, but I want this to be in subtle asymmetry. I think that's important. I don't want this to be completely symmetrical, so that's why I have him leaning over a little bit, and the head tilted just a tiny bit. It just makes it a lot more human. All right, where are my darkest points going to be? I'm going to work this back in with shadow. It'll probably be on the next stream though. Today again, just laying out where our darkest points are going to be. There's going to be a dark point here. This is where the armor. Let's see. Gonna be in shadow here, so it will eventually make sense. Okay. Again, there's going to be some light happening here. And there as well. And then these flaps too are going to cause some shadow as well. This one might be in complete shadow. Nice. So I think what I'm going to do, again, penciling for me tends to be the fastest point. The older stuff is my problematic fave. When you write, you try to hit that feel without the problematic tropes. Love rockets, love ray guns. Oh, okay. I'm going to do his brow here. Put in the eyebrows. Commander Shepard has some heavy eyebrows. Very expressive. I'm going to raise this eyebrow a little bit higher than the other one. Just a tiny bit. Just to make it like he's thinking. Yes, definitely hail to Adam Thaxton. Welcome. I don't recognize the name, so you might be a first-time viewer here. We often say hail to each other. We like to call attention to celebrate each other. Getting something to eat? Oh, that's important. That's good. Yeah, we do. We have a Discord as well. You're more than welcome to come in, especially if you've got some sci-fi stories that you'd like to share. But yeah, we definitely we tend to like to geek out on a lot of stuff. I didn't. This isn't typically a deep dive stream, but we do deep dive streams that we completely get involved in a subject matter and try to geek out on it. He's got very, very striking eyes. Nice. Oh, okay. One of your works you're referring to is the Marty McFly Index. Okay, cool. I figured when you were talking about it, I was like, huh, why is he talking about it? Oh, it's something you're working on. That makes a lot of sense. Okay. Nice. It's a fun way to realize how old you were. Oh, gosh. I don't need reminders. It's yeah, it's crazy how time is fleeting. Time flies by. That the year 2000 was 26 years ago. Whoa. Anybody remember Y2K? So the plan is with this next stream, we're going to be finishing our inks and starting a little bit of color. And then the third stream will be finishing the colors and putting on our final touches. Nice. All right, so far. I think this is working out. Just want to get in the mouth here. All right. There we go. Elizabeth, you're enjoying some homemade pickled beets? Nice. Pickled and sliced? Oh man, they stain your hands, don't they? Oh, I bet that's yummy. So far, so good. Just putting a little bit of stubble for the buzz cut, so to speak. Nice. Danny G, looking good so far. Like the details in the shadows. Yeah, we're gonna play a little bit more, you know, with comic booky shadows, right? Trying to again pay attention to where our light source is gonna be. And really try to make it a little bit more striking. Again, I like to do a lot of that description in color. But sometimes you need those really, really dark values to push things a little bit further. We've got a pretty good start here, I think, on the drawing. Kind of setting us up for success for the next part. I guess the important thing is I'm trying not to rush too much. Trying not to rush to get to the fun part, right? Oftentimes it's like, I just want to get to the fun part. So far, so good. I can't remember if it was like, I guess his hairline is curved, right? Adam Thaxton, you're Ray Gunneth over on the darkest of hillside thickets. Torrance Arnold. Oh, beautiful, awesome. Sorry, I didn't put two and two together. Awesome, good to see ya. Yeah, I was the one that really encouraged Torn to do some stuff on Discord, just because, you know, it's a great way for community building and whatnot. I know he uses Facebook a lot, and it's like I rarely use Facebook. Okay. Liking the way this is kind of coming out. Just trying to think if there's any other things I want to add to this. I mean, our next stream is going to be finishing off things. Mm-hmm. But yeah, Adam Thaxton, I don't know if you've entered the giveaway or not yet, but it is free to enter. You can do it on any platform you want. All you got to do is put !Shepard in the chat to win. We'll pull the winner probably on the third stream of this drawing. It's done in Battle Royale style, so Makes it a little bit of fun. You gotta last on the wheel till you get to the very end. Right. Cool. So far, so good. Music really intense right now. One day we are going to be drawing probably Cthulhu on this channel for sure. We haven't done it yet, but I know that day will eventually come, and it will be madness. Debating on how much cross-hatching I should do. Cool. Okay. so good. Get some cross hatching done. But I'm reaching that point where I need to start thinking about this thing. And although it feels good, I think I feel like I could keep going. The whole point is to lock it down and continue this at a later time. So what we're going to do is we're going to stop it there, and we're going to continue. This will be happening kind of around the same time tomorrow. We'll be continuing this drawing. We'll be finishing the inking and then moving straight on into color. We'll get our base colors down. Should be a lot of fun. I want to say thank you to everyone here that's joined me so far for this. Why didn't it turn on? It didn't turn on. Thank you guys so much. Yeah, again, I gotta remember it's shorter streams. It's a new thing. we're trying to do Shepard, do him some justice. Yeah, and we'll continue the same time tomorrow. So I hope you join me for that. May all your art adventures be legendary. It's critical. Or the other way around. May all your hits be critical and your adventures legendary. We're trying to do, the art adventures legendary. I'm going to stop talking now. I should go, as Commander Shepard would always say. I should go. Much love, guys. I appreciate you. That's pretty much my stream. We'll see you on the next one, all right? Awesome. Much love. Why is that? Well,